The opening contest for total non-stop action live on pay-per-view is scheduled for one fall. And in the semi-final match, the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament, making their way to the ring. They are the Naturals.
Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens have spent the past year gaining valuable experience, honing their craft, and it really paid off last Wednesday when the Naturals won the biggest match of their careers. They knocked off the former NWA World Tag Team Champions 3 Live Crew, and in the process, they advanced to tonight's semi-final round in the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament.
And their opponent, first of all, from the City of Angels, he weighs in at 222 pounds. This is the Fallen Angel, Christopher from Brooklyn, New York, this is Low T.
It was almost as if they never missed a beat when they reunited. When they returned as a tag team last Wednesday, they were all business in eliminating the new franchise, Shane Douglas and Michael Shane, and they might be the most focused team on in this tag team tournament. They're back together for one reason, and one reason only, a common goal, the NWA World Tag Team Championship belts.
It's surprising to this makes down. Do not get Christopher Daniels and Low Ki confused with Triple X. Triple X has not reunited. This is Christopher Daniels and Low Ki together. Like you said, Mike, one common goal, Tag Team Championship. It was a surprise to us last week. It was a surprise to Elix Skipper. But the great part is, two of them are back together, and they're going for the title, but you've got to keep your eye on the Naturals. These guys know every trick in the book, as they proved last week. They've always got some up their sleeve when they beat 3 Live Crew.
Don, you make such a great point when you talk about the fact that it's not Triple X reunited. It is just Low Ki and Daniels with that one thought in mind. Being on top of the tag team world, being NWA World Tag Team Champions, as far as primetime Elix Skipper's concerned, it looks like he has plenty of work to do with Team NWA as part of that great X Division contingent.
Absolutely. He's got to concentrate on that. They have to concentrate on this. And right now, Andy Douglas just letting him have it, right back by Christopher Daniels.
A series of deep arm drags exchanged by both men, both Douglas and Daniels. Mid-ring exchange, almost as if Daniels just challenging Douglas to bring it on.
So much on the line here tonight. I'm going to tell you something. The Naturals, Andy Douglas and Chase Stevens are going to have to show the world that how good they can be, because in this match, they're going against somebody who's held the belt before, in Christopher Daniels and Low Ki. These guys are so good together. Douglas and Stevens are going to have to be the best they've ever been tonight, Mike.
After the double back body drops, Low Ki sends Andy Douglas down to the floor, and now the double team with the double knife edge chop on Chase Stevens. Fired off into the ropes.
Look at that teamwork right there.
Super elevation, high hip toss, takeover, follow-up leg drop. Daniels connects, spinning corkscrew elbow by Low Ki.
I'll tell you one thing the Naturals have never seen, and that's the like of a Low Ki out there. Someone who can kick you from so many different angles. There's no place that he can be where he can't get a foot on you. And Christopher Daniels, we know how good he is. One of the smoothest competitors we've ever seen in that ring.
So fluid in all of his movements. Off the drop kick, tag is into Low Ki. And Daniels and Low Ki with the double team as they put the boots to Andy Douglas.
But don't sit here and think the Naturals don't have a chance of this, because they do. Stevens and Douglas have been together now a long time. They're getting to know each other like the back of their hands, and there's nothing that they will not do to win a match. Nothing.
And what do you think that victory 1 week ago tonight, in this same ring, in the opening round of the tournament, when they eliminated 3 Live Crew, what do you think that does for the Naturals' confidence?
Oh, absolutely. They realize now they're just one match away from the finals. Oh, Low Ki right here. Look at the elbows right to the back of the head. Oh, man.
Vicious and Andy Douglas. I want to remind you, it's 1 week from tonight. It's the 3rd ever edition of America's X Cup. Team AAA from Mexico to defend the cup against the challenge of Team UK. 1 week from tonight, America's X Cup number 3.
Not to mention that, Mike, we've got some other news tonight that we've got to talk about. So much going on. Chris Sabin not able to defend his title tonight. The knee injury a little bit more severe. He will be back in the future, but he's got to vacate it. So the title's going to be on the line. The last two that were left, Amazing Red and Frankie the Future Kazarian.
You're talking about that contenders matchup from a week ago, and you're right, Amazing Red, Frankie Kazarian. They will fight it out later tonight, where we will crown a new X Division champion. Chris Sabin stripped of the belt by TNA because of his inability to defend that championship belt. He's going to be out, I understand, for the next several weeks, Don. More on that later in this broadcast.
As right now, as Chase Stevens is taking control and low-key down.
Low-key in trouble as we see Stevens hit the suplex. Look for the cover and get a 2 count before Low-key is able to power out.
Think about it, Mike. Think of the transformation we've seen in the Naturals from the first time we've seen them when they came to TNA. They've just gotten bigger, they've gotten stronger, they've gotten better. They are a tag team to be reckoned with. And it could be today. They could be holding those titles here next week.
Initially returning to TNA in an alignment, in an association with NWA World Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett. They watched Jarrett's back. You saw that on repeated occasions, Don, that the Naturals did everything to try and win the favor of Jeff Jarrett. And look at the positioning that they find themselves in, but you have to admit, the win that they gained 1 week ago when they defeated 3 Live Crew was not due to Jarrett. It may have been under some strange circumstances, especially with Conan being late to the match, BG James having to go into a 1-on-2 situation, but nonetheless, you cannot deny the fact that the Naturals pulled the upset off. They eliminated 3 Live Crew, and look where they're at. They're 1 win away from moving into the finals of the NWA World Tag Team Title Tournament.
These guys keep an eye on the Naturals. They are the masters of distraction, like just a minute ago. You saw Chase Stevens spit at Christopher Daniels, which is Vince Daniels. He comes running out. It gets the referee over there, and while he's there, Andy Douglas takes advantage of Low-key and blindsides them. These guys will do this all the time. You got to keep your eye on them.
What I talked about earlier, the past year, all the matches that they've had, all over the country, all over the South, honing their craft, learning that timing that is so important when it comes to tag team wrestling.
And the momentum has switched right here so severe. Look at that. Just as Low-key trying to make the tag, Andy Douglas won't let him have it.
You know, there have been some critics that were talking about Daniels and Low-key, saying that the jury was still out on whether these two individuals are on the same page. To me, they proved it a week ago, but what a chance tonight to answer those same critics. Daniels and Low-key in dire need of a win here as well to advance to the finals.
You're right, Mike. You said it so well. They had the rebirth last week. They got back in last week. Well, now the rust is off. They've got to show everybody who they are and why they were former tag team champions.
The other matchup in the semifinal round later tonight, Sin and Slash back together as a tag team to face Kid Cash and his family member. We'll find out about that later on tonight when those teams square off in the other semifinal matchup in the ongoing tag team title tournament. Low-key in trouble at this point. He's been on the receiving end of a beating from both members of the Naturals for several minutes.
They've done a great job of grounding Low-key. They've not let Low-key get his legs free. If you'll watch, they've just constantly kept him off balance. They've not let him get any kicks in, not let him get any of the elbow shots for just a couple times. I mean, they've done a great job of keeping Low-key grounded.
And the tags that they've made have been perfect. That time, Low-key was prepared. Off the top rope came Andy Douglas, and Low-key was able to nail him. But now, more importantly, he needs to get to the corner. He needs to get the tag into Daniels, who's cut off by Chase Stevens.
Chase Stevens comes flying across the ring. Won't let him make the tag. Now Low-key has nobody to tag. Great strategy right there by the Naturals. I'll tell you what, they are so aware of what's going on in the ring at all times.
Blatant chokehold by Douglas, throttling Low-key, directly in front of NWA senior official Rudy Charles, who puts in the count.
I'll tell you what, buddy, this is divide and conquer at its best. They'll push that referee to the limit.
They will milk, they'll milk that 5 count before the disqualification, and again, it's part of the experience that they've gained, working together with moves just like that. The drop kick by Chase Stevens takes down Low Ki.
I'll tell you what, Low Ki is absolutely getting demolished in that ring. He's got to get a tag to Christopher Daniels somehow, some way. He's got to find the moment to make that tag and give himself a little break, and here he goes. He's on the offensive.
Low Ki trying to fight back, but he's reversed and sent back first into the corner, and what a clothesline. Took him down by Chase Stevens.
Low Ki may have just punched himself out right there, Mike, as we see. Chase Stevens took advantage of it. Low Ki, he got caught up in the moment. He got caught up in the aggression, whereas what he should have done, I think, was taken the moment, got over there and made the tag.
Drags him back out towards the ring, towards the middle. Goes for the cover, gets a 2 count before Low Ki is able to roll the shoulder.
But you're not always thinking straight out there in that ring, Mike. You just want to get your revenge, and you want to get it now. Well, now you got to think as a team, just like the Naturals are doing. Right now, the Naturals are thinking as a team. Oh, beautiful, though. He can get it from anywhere, Mike.
Kick out of nowhere, and Low Ki caught him right between the eyes. Nailed him in the top of the head. Chase Stevens goes down, and now Low Ki needs to employ the tag, needs to get Christopher Daniels, the fallen angel, into the match.
Look at this. Andy Douglas left his corner. Going over there. There it is. Taking advantage of it. The referee not calling it. Chase Stevens doesn't know where Douglas is.
Look how quickly Daniels was able to recover.
Oh, there it is.
Yes! Springboard drop kick off the top. Double clothesline. Takes down Douglas with the kick. The running clothesline takes down Stevens, and there's a clothesline for Douglas.
I'll tell you what, Christopher Daniels has just been waiting and waiting to get in there. He's got to make sure he doesn't go too far too soon. He's 1-on-2 in the ring right now. Look at how smooth he is, Mike.
Moonsaults back into the ring off the middle rope. Daniels on fire. Chase Stevens shot off into the ropes. Elevates him. Drives him down.
Here it is.
Here's 1. Here's 2.
No!
Just got the shoulder up at 2.
I'll tell you what a great way to start NWA TNA tonight. I mean, this is for all the marbles. I mean, you've got to win this match to keep going if you want to be tag team champ.
Well, you're right. You lose. You're eliminated. You're on the outside looking in. Double team flapjack. Pin attempt. 2. No. Daniels kicks out.
Andy Douglas just about had him there. It's Low Ki. Gets a little revenge right there on Chase Stevens. Low Ki now in. No! Man, you can hear it all over the building.
Some of the stiffest, most brutal chops. Now the rapid fire repeated chops to the chest. Reversed off into the ropes. Low Ki misses.
Oh, no, but here they go. Teamwork.
Double team. Caught him with the kick.
He's got the extension. Here it is.
You heard it. He called it for the BME.
Best moonsault ever right here. Oh, it's just perfect.
Caught him. Here's 1, 2.
Gonna get it out.
And 3.
Chase Stevens, that's what workers got to do for you, though.
Stevens made the save to keep the Naturals alive.
Oh, this is a contest. This is a battle. This is a war.
Double team move by the Naturals. Daniels elevated. What are they going to do? Drive him down face first with the front suplex.
They've got the advantage right now. Low Ki can't get into the ring. They're going to take advantage of him right here.
Naturals turn their attention to Low Ki. From the ring apron, he's elevated up. Low Ki.
Look at him go.
Counter.
Got it. That gets Daniels up.
Low Ki's got the cross arm bar applied. Low Ki's got the submission on Douglas. Chase Stevens has Daniels on the opposite side.
He has to go up there to help out Andy Douglas, though. Oh, Low Ki, so wily. Just when they thought they had him 2-on-1, he found a way to get it in.
Stevens pins Daniels.
No.
Only 2. Oh, no, not. Is he going to go for the powder again?
Oh, there he goes. We saw what he did last week.
It allowed them to knock off 3 live crew.
Oh, wait a minute. Chase Stevens just grabbed a chair. Oh, the referee's got him, though. This time. Caught him. Oh, Low Ki kicked him right in the face.
And then ducks the chair shot from Stevens.
Here they are. The
Check this
corners.
out. We saw this move last week. 1, 2.
It's over.
They get it.
Actually advancing to the finals of the World Tag Team Title Tournament, Low Ki and Christopher Daniels.
That suplex powerbomb combination that won them last week's match, they're able to bring it back. But Don, the roles were reversed this time
Yes,
as far as
sir.
Low Ki and Daniels. No matter who, no matter what, Low Ki and Daniels have done it again as they advance to the final.
They're on the same page, Mike. Oh, wait a minute. What's going on here? What's with the tension? They had their problems in the past.
You can tell by the look on Daniels' face that he can't believe this.
They just got the
said this was all about business.
And it is.
And that's exactly